All right, so we're up here on top of our railcar simulator. I'm here with Lieutenant Anthony Tomacheck. He's gonna go through the scenario that we're gonna go through with our railcar here.
I have responders coming up here, John Charsky Jr.'s, and I also have Chris Rowe, and I also have Raymond Church. So my members are dressing out in level A, because for this scenario, the product is a vapor, which lies low to the ground. It's also a choking agent. So the members are dressed out in SCBA with a fully encapsulated level A suit. And for today's scenario, they're wearing the Lakeland 10,000s. So the members are on their way up to scenario. We're gonna light off a smoke bomb to simulate that the car is actually leaking. There is a vapor cloud coming from it. They're gonna assemble the C Kit, then they're gonna install it over the safety valve. So members can open up the hatch now. There is a visible vapor coming from it. So before we install any items on there, they're gonna check for leaks, make sure they can't tighten up any valves, and they're also gonna scrape the metal to clean it off so that the gasket sits and secures to the car's jacket. Right now he's installing the 24A valve. He's using the 200A tool. He's gonna remove the cap and make sure that the valve is open. Right now they installed the 10D and also the 10A mechanism, and then the 10C cap over the top. The hooks are on either side, and now it's the time to start cranking it down and tightening everything up. He's using the 10C wrench to tighten down the big bolts. And then the other gentleman's got the 214 wrench, and he's gonna go caddy corner until they're tight and snug. As you can see, the piece is on and installed, and the leak is stopped. So the reason why they are doing it this way is so that you wanna close the valve first and then put the cap on. That way there's not too much pressure coming out where the cap probably won't go on or it could blow out of their hands. We would also check for leaks by using ammonia, which we don't have at the present time, and just around all the fittings on the valve. If there's no leaks, then we're secure. What we've got around the yard here is the Port Authority of New Jersey use the yard to tow vehicles. This is where their training facility is now. We also have a 306, 406 tanker here, which we train on. We also do all our own drilling here. We also do our own bonding and grounding here. We also have a 312, 412 acid tanker, which we train on periodically. It's great to have everything on site at the Middlesex County Fire Academy. Full classrooms, multiple burn buildings, extrication pad, car fires. There's a flammable liquids pit, along with a industrial building for fires, and a 5-story burn tower.
So we just went over an example of a training that we would do here. We try to do about an hour to 2 of training per day. As long with inventory, we do 1 vehicle inventory per day, per shift. And then each shift tries to do about an hour or 2 of training. It seems to be at night we do a little more training because daytime, sometimes we're a little busier helping other departments get stuff ready, like emergency management. And we do what we call A310s, which is a New Jersey DEP investigation. We help them out in Middlesex County. So.
Middlesex County Hazmat Unit started in 1979 with 5 members and 2 trucks. A shift today is currently working from 7:15 this morning till 4 o'clock, and the afternoon shift comes in at 3:15 to midnight. From midnight till 7:15 in the morning, there's an on-call and backup guy who take the truck home and respond out to small emergencies. If something big should come in, they would page all the other members to come back and assist. We have 2 logos. The current one on the truck at this time is a Union patch. It says First to Strike. It was designed in about 2006. And the first patch that we ever had was designed in 1979, which we currently do not use anymore.
The original patch was used when we were under the Public Health Department.
Yeah.
So when we started, we were a member of the Public Health Department. Then we bounced around through a bunch of different departments without the county until now, which we're under the emergency management, but kind of under our own branch.
So the bays, this is where we store all the hazmat trucks, and we also share the bays with OEM. The decon bay, which we used to use back in the day, we would decon ambulances, But now today it's just storage for drums and speedy dry and spare suits. Some other agencies here on the property. We also work with the New Jersey State Police Hazmat Unit, Middlesex County OEM, and the Middlesex County Fire Academy. All the classrooms are up front, and then all the burn buildings are out in the back.
We have a roll-off truck it actually goes on, and we could just drop it anywhere. So pretty much has all of our mass decon equipment inside of it. We'll open it up, let you take a look. We actually just reorganized it. So this was our quick deploy decon pod. We have a roll-off truck, we put it on, and we can pretty much take it anywhere, drop it anywhere. Anthony's opening it up right now. Pretty much have all of our mass decon equipment in here. Easy to get to.
So the Hazmat Unit participated in a big state drill at the Meadowlands with other agencies. We deployed our truck here. We took all the equipment out, we set it up for a large mass decon, and then at the end of the day, we put everything back in, brought it back here, cleaned it all up, and it's ready to go for the next job. We used to have everything in trailers, but the trailers got old, sat outside, and rotted, so this was the next best thing. And this is what we came up with. Today I have a training session with Gregory Epstein. He's getting ready to go on call for the weekend. So we got to go through the entire truck, go through all the equipment, and make sure he's ready. So if he arrives on scene first, before somebody else gets there, he can start work or gather information on a chemical and start preparing for what we need. So the key pieces of equipment on this truck would be ray meters. We have PPB ray meters and also PPM ray meters.
And Toxi rays.
Toxi rays. We also have pumps to pump off diesel fuel and gasoline.
55-gallon drum.
We have drums, pads, absorbent, Drager tubes. So if you want to go into a building with an unknown, you can test the air quality.
Every truck has a sample kit also.
Yeah, every truck has sample kits. This is the Middlesex County Hazmat Unit. This morning we're doing a inventory check on new truck 7. We usually start out by checking the cab, checking on all the lights, making sure everything works, checking all the scene lights, making sure the high idle works. The guys on the other side of the rig checking air packs. So this is also our first out piece. We carry a lot of brooms and rakes, a lot of speedy dry. We also carry monitoring equipment. There's air packs on board, spare bottles, some suits, gloves, a lot of monitoring equipment that we have. 2241 for RAD, a field sampling kit, the Rigaku, a Hazmat Elite, the Hazmat 360s on here, HazCat kit, and Drager tubes. Around the back of the truck, we have a blow-up portable tent and all the parts so we can blow it up and take it apart. We have a jack, so in case if we have a car leaking gas, we need to get underneath it. Also on top, we have extra speedy dry, pumps. We do all our own pumping off here, so the guys are checking the pump, checking the battery packs, checking the drill in case we got to drill a tanker. We also carry our own marking paints, tongs, tape, caution tape, hazmat caution tape. And then also we got big plug and patch kits, wooden dowels, gripper plugs, neutralizing kits. Inside the cab, we have Mike and Leanne checking air packs, and then they're also checking all the meters in the inside. The Middlesex County Hazmat Unit, all the vehicles here are blue. The 38 fire departments that we cover and help out, when they need us, they say, hey, notify the blue trucks, and the blue trucks come out.
Over here, if you notice, we have Lieutenant Donald Trout's name on it. It's a memorial. Our lieutenant died while on shift.
August 27th.
Yeah, August 27th of 2021 while responding to an emergency. So after that happened, we put his name on the truck so that way we remember that he's always with us.
The Middlesex County Hazmat Unit just took place of the Rigaku instrument. What's good about this technology is that it's Raman and it doesn't see water. So when we take liquid samples, we're actually able to see the product and not the water. Also, we have a 2241, which is a rad instrument. We're able to go to white powder calls and make sure there's no alpha or beta or gamma present before we do our testing.
The other day, the other shift went on a job. It was a tractor trailer with multiple 55-gallon drums with unknown liquids
Okay.
that were leaking, so they pulled a few samples. They didn't have the machine on site, so they pulled a few samples, brought it back, and we tested it with this, and we also did it with our Hazmat ID Elite, which is FTIR. So we did kind of both, sent it off to Reachback, and got our results. Polyvinyl chloride.
Yeah, polyvinyl chloride. It was just a truck that somebody dropped off in a parking lot and then beat foot. So another company has to take care of all the cleanup and removing it from their property. Contractors have been hired to come out and remove all the waste.
Yeah, so we're in Edison, the town of Edison, Jersey, and following the Middlesex Hazmat Team. They're taking us to the White Rose for our pork roll sandwiches, which we've never had, and they said you gotta have a pork roll. Some people call it a tailor-made, and some people call it a pork roll, and some people call it a ham and something, ham pork roll. So, guess it's a Jersey thing, and we're gonna check it out. Middlesex County took us to Edison, New Jersey, to White Rose.
White Rose?
All right, so this is called, what's the way you guys call this?
Pork roll, egg and cheese.
Pork roll, egg and cheese. It's the first pork roll. They call it some other stuff in other parts of Jersey, but pork roll here. We just had our pork roll. It's not tailor-made. Middlesex County Hazmat took us to White Rose. Got the rig in the background. We thank them for all the hospitality. This was great. Thank you.
We thank you for coming out.
All right.
Appreciate everything.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and a photo. Like and subscribe so we can continue to help hazmat teams and first responders every day. See you on scene with Hazmat Roadshow TV.